Empires and Puzzles just dropped some really cool new legendary heroes in a special Black Friday summons event. I am really excited about this one, so let's talk about it. But first, join me over in Gemstone Legends. It's a fantastic match 3 RPG game, and it's players that get in early on games like this that are at the biggest advantage. Not only will you help the channel out by using the link in the description of this video, but you're going to get a free epic hero named Moralia along with a bunch of gold, gems, and potions. After you download the game, you'll have access to events which will get you even more amazing heroes and loot. Guys, wow, you don't want to miss this opportunity because you do not get it in the regular App Store. Download it now, and I will see you in Gemstone Legends. Alright, first, let's take a look at this special summons event because I have never seen anything like this in Empires and Puzzles, and it's actually something I've wanted for a long time, so I'm glad to see this here. First, let's take a look at the details of this particular summons event. So it features 2 new legendary heroes, which we're going to discuss in just a moment, but perhaps the best thing about this summons event is that you can get any hero from any event, which I think is amazing. Now, here's probably the best part. Something people complain about all the time is like going into something like this and then just getting the season 1 heroes. Look at this. All classic heroes are excluded from this summons. No season 1 heroes in this, which is amazing. Now, there are no costumes in this too. So yes, they've started to come out with costumes for some like heroes of the month and event heroes and things like that, but they're not included in this event. But you can get the base event heroes. I think this is amazing, and it's really exciting because now you don't have to wait for the event. You can just, kind of YOLO in and see what you get. Now, there is something else about this that I think is really exciting. Let's click on the little info tab here and look at the appearance rates. Legendary hero, 2.3% chance of showing up. That is like much higher than you typically see for a legendary hero in the regular event summons. So these are some really good heroes that actually have a pretty good appearance rate. Now, don't get super excited. 2.3% means if you summon 100 times, you might get 2, maybe 3. And it would not be unreasonable to get only 1 or even none. And yes, some people, I don't know who these people are, but some people will get 5 or 6 in 100 summons, which is really, really amazing. Now, the legendary featured heroes, which we're going to break down here in a moment, that's a 0.2% chance. So if you're really hoping to get either Penulite or Gilliard, don't get your hopes up. 0.2% means that you have to summon hundreds of times to maybe get one of them. So not a good chance there, but it is a really, really good summons to get a number of the other heroes. Now, even though there's not a real good chance to get the new heroes, let's look at them because I think they are exciting. And if you do get one of these, you're really, really lucky because it's going to help you fight in the current meta in Empires and Puzzles. So Penulite is a 5-star holy hero of the Ranger class. The passive is Gargoyle's Stone Skin. Every time this gargoyle casts a special skill, their stone skin hardens. The next damage they receive is dropped to 1. This effect can't be dispelled. That's quite a huge passive. When Empires and Puzzles first started putting passives on heroes, the effect was like minimal. You can see that probably with a lot of the heroes in this particular summons when you get them. The passive doesn't mean very much, but lately the passive has been becoming stronger and stronger. The attack is 811, defense 741, and HP 1458. The attack looks really, really good. The defense is like average. HP looks very good as well. As we are seeing with a lot of other recent heroes in Empires and Puzzles, the base stats just keep ticking their way up. All right, Radiant Rapid Fire is an average speed special. Deals 245% damage to all enemies. And that's on a high attack stat, by the way. Deals 490% damage against minion and fiend summoners. And all enemies get negative 50% decrease for any healing received for 4 turns. All right, so that's a relatively simple and straightforward type of special here. Let's break it down because this is a hate hero. Elizabeth has been a huge part of the meta, and Hannah as well. We've been seeing Hannah a lot as like a purple tank in wars and things. But if you go through like the top 100 teams at any given time, you're going to see Elizabeth all over the place, and they're coming out with more and more fiend heroes. Now, the poor minion heroes, they've never been like super powerful or anything like that, but they kind of get hated on here too. But fiend summoners, oh my gosh, Penulite is going to wreck them. So they put this out to be able to fight in the meta. Guys, this is amazing. This is what I've been talking about for a couple of years Empires and Puzzles needed to do. Instead of printing powerful heroes like Elizabeth and then having to nerf them one day, print powerful heroes and then print responses to those powerful heroes. And here is one. Because Penulite is going to do amazing against a team that, you can put Elizabeth and Hannah on the same team. And so Penulite is going to come in and just wreck them. Now, she is average speed. So if you do have a level 23 mana troop or higher, you can basically make it a fast speed hero, making her go off in 3 matches instead of 4. So do consider that. She gets even better if you have the mana troop. But this is a really, really good response hero. And let's just take away for a moment the part of the special that is hating on minion and fiend summoners. If this special were just deals 245% damage to all enemies and all enemies get negative 50% decrease for healing received for 4 turns, this would be a good hero. Not a great one, it would be a good one. So tagging on the 490% damage to the minion and fiend summoners, I mean, think about this, by the way. Krampus, for example, is a minion summoner. So there's a lot of heroes in the meta right now that have minions and fiends. When you tag this on, this is what makes Penulite great, because there's so many of those heroes in the meta. And really, how good Penulite is sort of depends on how many minion and fiend summoners there are in the meta. If they all get chased away, then she's not going to be as good, right? So there is a little bit of niche aspect to her special. So we got to consider her in the worst case scenario that there's no minion or fiend summoners. That means she's going to be a good hero. So you can summon for her and level her up and use her anyway, regardless. The fact that there's so many minion and fiend summoners is what puts her over the top right now. Now, I'm going to give Penulite an A- for this reason. I would love to give her an A because of how amazing the special is, but there is a small bit of niche aspect to this special. And as you know, the more niche a hero is, the lower the grade is for me, because I go by like, how much use are you going to get out of this hero? So I think right now you're going to get a ton of use out of it. I can't quite give her an A, only because if minion and fiend summoners disappear at some point, then she's not going to be quite as useful. However, they are a big part of the meta right now, and they might be forever. So I think her floor is an A-. I think in a lot of cases, like especially right now, like absolutely you can load her onto a team and have her be an A at times. Here's another thing though, another reason why she's an A- and not an A is because she is going to be better on offense than defense when you can actually choose to take her against heavy minion fiend teams. If you put her on defense, people with minions and fiends are just not going to take their heroes against her. You know what I mean? It's still fine. She's probably okay on defense anyway. I say okay, not great, not amazing, because she's still going to do a lot of damage to all enemies, and they're not going to be able to heal. So that's really important to consider. But all around, I think that she's going to be a really, really great hero. Good luck to any of you who are trying to summon, because if you get her, she's quite amazing. Now let's take a look at Gilliard. Gilliard is a 5-star blue hero of the Sorcerer class. And the passive here is every time this gargoyle casts a special skill, their stone skin hardens. The next damage they receive is dropped to 1. This effect can't be dispelled. So just like the other one there, a really, really great. People are going to forget about this and wonder why Gilliard's just like not taking damage. 836 attack, very high, amazing attack. The defense is actually a bit lower for heroes that they're printing in this day and age at 718, and the HP at 1444 is pretty average. Educated Exorcism is the special. It is fast speed. We like to see that on heroes. Deals 490% damage to the target. 490% is a lot of damage. So we have a fast sniper here. All allies are immune to incoming negative effects and damage from fiends for 4 turns. And all allies are immune to new fiends for 4 turns. Whoa, this is an interesting one. And I really, really like this guy. Because just dealing 490% damage to the target is going to be useful anywhere. It's going to be useful on the defense, in the back wings. I know on like raids, there's a lot of different positions and things like that, but you can put him in the back as a sniper. Gonna be useful absolutely on offense, especially if you're going against the minion and fiend teams. What a great toolbox hero. I mean, he gets even better when you're taking him against those type of teams, especially because he's blue and Elizabeth's red. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And so, you know, if you didn't notice, they actually made these color strong against Elizabeth and Hannah. So like Penulite, color strong against Hannah, Gilliard, color strong against Elizabeth. And I actually think that I like what Gilliard's doing a little bit better than Penulite, because Gilliard's preventing the minions in the first place, or preventing the fiends. Well, I shouldn't say minions because it says fiends specifically here. All allies are immune to new fiends for 4 turns. The other one is minions and fiends. This one's just fiends. So take note of that. But if you don't get them in the first place, then it just totally neutralizes what those heroes are doing. And this is fast speed, so it can get underneath them. And what's so cool about Gilliard is because of that mega damage he's doing at fast speed, like for the longest time, and still, Liana was viewed as a great sniper simply because of the amount of damage that she does as a sniper. So you can absolutely use Gilliard without any, like, I keep saying minions, but fiend heroes being part of the equation. Now, if there are fiend heroes part of the equation, then he just totally neutralizes them, and they mean nothing. So, yes, you can put him on defense in, like, the corner, and, like, that effect probably won't matter as much, because, like, again, who's going to bring their fiend heroes against him? But maybe they'll forget. I don't know. Maybe they'll forget and bring him, but it doesn't matter because he's just going to deal a lot of damage. You know, you imagine you put your other area of effect damage dealers in your team, and then he comes in and just finishes them off, right? So when we do the same type of analysis with this one as we did with Penulite, where if we take off the fiend part, how good is this hero? This hero is good. If we add the fiend part on, this hero is excellent. Excellent, excellent. I'm still going to give Gilliard an A-, although he is really on the verge of being an A. And I do think he's slightly better than Penulite, but I think they're on the same tier. And that's because a lot of snipers are probably B+ or A- right now, and it kind of depends. If they're an older sniper, they're more down in like the B+ range. If they're one of the new snipers that just has these huge stats and lots of great effects, they're probably a little more on like the A- side. Even once in a while we might see an A sniper at this point, but as I've been saying with snipers, while they used to be the most powerful heroes in the game, they've been printing a lot more powerful heroes that do just amazing effects all around, like area of effect types of things, or just like effects that have a big impact on the entire team. It's not what snipers do. So they are just a little bit limited in this day and age. However, gosh, my heart just wants to give him an A. I just can't quite, again, because of that niche aspect of he's most useful when fiend heroes are in the equation, and they're not always going to be in the equation. And if fiend heroes go away at some point, then he's just a regular blue sniper. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, also hitting the bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.